Politics reporter Stead Herndon. He was just in Georgia. Stead, what did you find down there? What's voter enthusiasm like? What's voter registration like? Is there this frustration and this worry that this election will not be fair?
There is certainly the worry and frustration, especially among African-American voters who heard those same stats that you just mentioned, that 70% of the folks on that pending list are black voters. It's especially coming up now because Stacey Abrams is running a historic campaign, but also employing a different strategy. I mean, she is trying to motivate new voters and frequent voters to really change the scope of what the electorate looks like in Georgia. And that requires these new people coming to the polls. And it's coming up against Brian Kemp, who has been using this system called exact match for now years, which has been previously challenged and was struck down, but then the Georgia State House and Senate put it into law, saying if there's any little tiny difference between what is the registration form and what is someone's government IDs, a hyphen, a data entry problem, a misplaced address, that person goes on that pending list. And so it's go ahead.
How prevalent is it to be told you cannot vote or your vote's not going to be counted because of a mismatch?
Now, the problem is there's so much discrepancy amongst election workers from county to county. Technically, these folks should still be able to vote if they come to the polling place with the correct government ID. The problem is that because there's these auxiliary lists and main lists, some people have been told once they got there that, you know what, you're not on the main list, so you have to go home. There's also other problems. There's 3-hour lines right now in Cobb County. There's folks, the election advocates say that just the basic voter ID laws disenfranchises folks who are in rural communities. Kemp in his office tried to shut down some polling locations in majority black areas earlier this year. And so it's not just the exact match and the question of IDs that's coming up. It's the whole scope of issues that's been happening for a number of years in Georgia, which is now especially important considering the historic
It seems like there's a conflict of interest here.